April 1st, 1957. In Britain, thousands of people sat down to watch their trusted evening news. What they saw would challenge everything they knew about food, science, and reality itself. Because on this night, the BBC, the world's most respected broadcaster, would proudly announce that spaghetti grows on trees. This video explores one of history's most famous media hoaxes. It serves as a lesson in critical thinking and media literacy that remains incredibly relevant today. To understand why this hoax worked, you need to understand Britain in the 1950s. Spaghetti was an exotic foreign food, mostly unknown to the average British family. Most had never seen it cooked, let alone knew how it was made. This widespread ignorance created the perfect conditions for deception. And then there was the BBC. In 1957, it wasn't just a TV channel, it was the voice of authority. If the BBC said something was true, the British public believed it. This absolute trust was the hoax's most crucial ingredient. On April Fool's Day, 1957, the BBC programme Panorama aired a segment titled The Spaghetti Harvest. The respected broadcaster Richard Dimbleby reported from Switzerland, where he claimed a particularly mild winter had resulted in an exceptionally bountiful spaghetti harvest. The footage was brilliantly crafted. It showed Swiss women carefully plucking strands of spaghetti from trees and laying them in the sun to dry. Dimbleby explained with complete seriousness that the uniform length of spaghetti was due to years of patient cultivation by the spaghetti growers. The segment was a work of art. The narration was deadpan. The footage was just realistic enough. And the premise played perfectly on British stereotypes about quirky continental customs. The public's reaction was immediate and overwhelming. Hundreds of viewers called the BBC. Some wanted to know where they could buy a spaghetti tree. Others asked for gardening advice on how to grow their own. The BBC's standard response was, place a sprig of spaghetti in a tin of tomato sauce and hope for the best. The hoax exposed a stunning gap in the public's knowledge, but more importantly, it revealed a dangerous level of trust in television. People didn't question the story because it came from a source they believed was infallible. The Spaghetti Tree Hoax is more than a funny historical anecdote. It's a timeless lesson in media literacy. If the most trusted news source in 1957 could fool millions with simple props and a straight face, imagine what modern technology can do today. The ingredients are the same. A public that wants to believe, an authoritative-looking source, and information that plays on existing biases or ignorance. The only difference is the scale and speed. The greatest defense against deception isn't knowledge, it's curiosity. The people who called the BBC to ask about spaghetti trees were on the right track. They questioned what they saw. In our era of information overload, that simple act of asking, "Is this really true?" is the most powerful tool we have. What's the most believable modern hoax you've encountered? Share your stories in the comments. For more lessons from history's greatest deceptions, subscribe.